Hello YouTube. It has been such a long time since I recorded a video. There has been so much going on in my life. I decided to try to apply to medical school again. I retook the MCAT, which is the entrance exam for medical school, and took time to dedicate to studying, and then went through the whole application process and then interviews. And I also had a baby 3 weeks ago. It's been really crazy, but I wanted to take the time to make a video on the newborn and postpartum items that I actually use. Every baby is different, every pregnancy is different, every mom is different. So there was things that I used way more with my first baby than I have with the second baby. So just keep that in mind as well. So without further ado, here are the must-haves that I actually used for myself and baby. They do give you one of these in the hospital usually, but this is very nice to spray every time you go to the bathroom and you're done, like with rinsing yourself with a peri bottle with water, then spraying this. And you can also spray this on like your pad. It's very nice and will help relieve discomfort. I definitely recommend a peri bottle like this one. That will be super helpful after you have the baby, just to have it in your bathroom, because they give you one in the hospital, but it's like way less quality than these ones, because the angle on these is like way better to really give you what you need instead of just like squirting the bottle that they give you in the hospital. So I highly do recommend that. That was like super helpful to have in the bathroom, and I recommend having like a basket set up in the bathroom with the peri bottle and then a couple of other items, which I'll show you. I had like all the supplies, but I gave them away to somebody else because I didn't use them. But having like the Freedom Mom ice maxi pads was so nice with my first baby, and I definitely used them a lot. And then the Tucks, putting that on top and then spraying that dermaplast that I showed you. Or they have like a perennial foam as well that helped, or witch hazel that you can put on there as well, and that was like super helpful to bring comfort. And I had that all in the bathroom in a basket. Okay, so I did make like a bedside cart to have, and in all honesty, it's not like beautiful and aesthetic like everyone else on YouTube, but there are some things that I definitely have used a ton, and then there's other things that I didn't really use, or things that I wish I would have put in my cart that I didn't. So this is what I have right now. So I definitely have changed a lot of diapers and not wanted to go to where we have her changing station. And so this was really nice to have, was like the diapers and then the wipes. I had these gas relief drops, like this gripe water that I used a lot with my first baby, but with this baby I haven't used at all. So I have that here, but I haven't even used it. This is definitely a must to have some type of nipple cream if you're breastfeeding. Like, this was so helpful to have. I also added like something to put up my hair because I noticed it's like in the way a lot when I'm breastfeeding. And then I had a lot more burp cloths here. Now I just have this one, but that was like super helpful. And then I did put like extra clothes because we have had some blowouts. I had these nipple shields, which I didn't use probably like at the beginning of pregnancy, like the first couple of days when you're breastfeeding. That was helpful, but and then more nipple cream that I have like everywhere. I also had a bunch of these, which they're depleted obviously, which are like nursing pads for when you leak. And then a nurse at the hospital gave me these heat packs. Oh my goodness, they were such a lifesaver for that first couple of days after having the baby that you're like cramping, and also like where I got my epidural, I was super sore. So having these was really nice, and I would definitely recommend having some type of heat pad or hot pad because that was like super helpful. And then I have snacks here that chocolate. Oh my goodness, I had way more chocolate, but you get so hungry when you're breastfeeding. That is like a real thing. So, and things that I don't have here that I would have added is, so I didn't have this on the bedside, but like a bulb like this, because babies are so stuffy. Newborns, obviously, like they're in water for 9 months, and then they come out in our world and it's like so dry for them, especially in the winter right now. Where I live, it's already really dry because I live in Utah. So having like this to clear out her nose has been like super helpful, because when she's stuffy, she doesn't really eat as well and she's more fussy. So I would have had this next to my bedside. I have it over here where her changing stuff is, but yeah, this is something that I would definitely. Another thing that I didn't have in my cart, but like I keep thinking I need to bring it, is like a wireless pump. It would have been nice to have like the wireless pump to just put on one side while I pump on one side and then feed her on the other side, instead of having to go downstairs and grab that. So that is something that I recommend if you're breastfeeding. But really that's all. That was like the necessities that I had in my cart that were like super, super helpful. Also, I feel like this might be like controversial, but this time with this baby, like we did not do a nursery. This is just like in our office. You can see like our office set up here. Everything is a disaster. It's a mess. Please don't judge me. But I just set up this like changing station. We have a chair, and then like a little side table to put her stuff. And we're not doing a nursery because with our first baby, I did nursery and she didn't sleep in there for like the first 6 months. So I don't even have a crib. We just have the bassinet, which is in our bedroom, and then like this little station here for her. And obviously for baby, like you will need clothes. And I live and thrive off of these little gowns that they have for like the newborns, where it doesn't really have like little place for their feet. It just has like this elastic, and I feel like this is what my babies live in for like the first couple of weeks of their life, because it's just so much easier, I feel like, to put these on than doing like a whole like intricate outfit. And then it's so easy to change their diaper. Like you just roll this up and wow, and she already stained this one, looks like. But anyways, you just roll it up and you can change their diaper. So I love these. I'll adore them. And then also like the pajamas that I'm like running a load of her laundry, but the pajamas that have like a zipper and then you can go like both ways, those are super nice. And then these swaddle vests. Wow, this one's like a disaster here, but I love the ones that their hands come out, because especially with this second baby, my daughter, she really doesn't like to be confined. So it's really nice. They have these that have like their little arms out. You put them in, you zip them up, and then you can just like close it up with this Velcro. And that's really nice. We also have another one that's like a vest. So instead of having sleeves, it's like cut off here and then their arms can come out. And these are super helpful for at night, for baby to sleep better, because it's like a little sack, and they were in a sack while they were inside of us. So I feel like for my babies, it's really helped them. And then especially I use it specifically at nighttime as like another cue to them that it's nighttime. So I don't swaddle them in the day, just to kind of help them distinguish between night and day. So those are like super, super helpful. And obviously like burp, wow, I keep saying birth, burp cloths. So I bought these like Muslim ones. They're like so soft on Amazon. And then I have a couple of these that are just like thicker. And it's just super helpful to have anywhere where you will be feeding baby, because they do burp up, or like you drip milk. So yeah, burp cloths are an essential. And then I made like a little bath bag to just grab and take when I give her a bath. So I have like the baby wash, which I loved Honest, because it's like a great brand and their ingredients are like way less toxic than other brands. And then I had these for her head, and I have her little lotion in there. And then yeah, I got this baby bath on Amazon, and I love it because it has a little hook for you to be able to hang it, which is really nice, and it fits in the sink. So I gave her first bath yesterday, and then I did it in the kitchen sink, and this fit like perfectly. Loved it. But just like any little bath to be able to put them in. And then I do also buy them their own baby detergent, which I don't do it for like their whole life. Like my toddler right now, I use our normal detergent, but as a newborn, I feel like their skin is just so sensitive, and especially my babies have very sensitive skin. So I do only wash her load, the baby's load, with baby detergent, just because it's more gentle and because my kids have very sensitive skin. And a bassinet is essential. We literally bought this bassinet for $25 on Facebook Marketplace. It was like brand new. They didn't even use it. Like, it still has the plastic here, which I need to remove. The first owners didn't remove it, but yeah, we have the bassinet, which is nice because we transfer it from our bedroom to the office, and I feel like my first baby slept in her bassinet for like the first couple months, and we didn't use a crib for a while. So I don't even have a crib for this baby. I just have the bassinet, which is just having like a saline spray that you can put in their nose for when they're congested has been super, super helpful, along with the bulb. So I do recommend having this on hand for the baby. And then I wanted to discuss items if you're breastfeeding, and breastfeeding is its own thing. It is so hard and rough if you haven't breastfed before, or even after, like with my second baby. It's a learning curve for you and baby, so be patient. It is stressful, it is difficult, but it gets better, I promise. Having a breastfeeding pillow such as this one is helpful. I think you really could use any pillow, but having a designated pillow is nice for me. And I have this also like right next to my bed, so for nighttime feedings, using a pillow, it will just help your back, it will help the baby, it will just make life easier to use a pillow. And then I showed you before in my cart, I had like the disposable nursing pads, but I bought these ones on Amazon, and they are super helpful, super absorbent and soft. I do wash them. I did notice that I have to wash them like I wash my towels, like putting some baking soda in the load, because this material kind of feels like towel material, and it like, to keep it soft, I have to add baking soda to make it so that it's not like super rough, especially when your breasts are going to be so tender and sensitive. But laundry, is kind of hard to get done with a newborn and a toddler and like mom life. So these are super helpful, but I also have the disposable ones in case laundry wasn't done. I'll show you this because my my best friend just gifted me this for my birthday, but these like nursing shirts where you can like lift it and then have easy access to feed the baby. Super helpful. I have a couple of them, but it's not essential. Like, it is nice just for convenience, but I just use a normal shirt and lift it up most of the time, especially because if you are breastfeeding, you're probably going to be home a lot those first couple of weeks as you get into the groove of things, and like you're feeding baby around the clock. So just a normal shirt is fine. Definitely you do need a nursing bra. That will be essential, but a nursing shirt, not necessarily. Just makes life easier, especially if you're going out, but it's not like a must. So I made this little container for myself with all of my pump supplies, or like a lot of breastfeeding things, and I take this out every time I pump. And I have this is the pump I use most often, and it's not a wireless one, but it just has like really good suction, so I use it a lot. I have more of these pads everywhere. I did purchase a massager, and I actually love this one. It's the Mom Cozy one, because I did get gorged the first couple of days my milk came down, and I was like on the verge of getting mastitis, and so this was very helpful. And then I just have it here in case I get like a clogged duct. It has been helpful. And then I have these pump wipes to wash the pump, but to be honest, I haven't really used it a lot. I purchased them, but I haven't used them because I rinse them off after I use them every time, and then I wash them before I use them. But it is just nice to have everything just here, ready to go for when I need to pump, especially when it's like those early hours where you're super sleepy. It's just nice to keep everything. And then I also have a wireless pump, which is also the Mom Cozy. And I didn't buy this brand new. I actually bought it on Marketplace for like the fraction of a price, brand new. And it was in great condition. She hardly used it and took really good care of it. So, I mean, I sanitized it, sterilized it, cleaned it. I love Marketplace. So, and this one I've used on the go. Like, we went to dinner for my birthday, and I took it with me to pump before leaving to the restaurant, and then when I came back. So it was super helpful, and I do recommend having both. I know some people only use the wireless, but I do like having the other one because I feel like the suction is better, And yeah, just having options is very nice. And then the breast milk storage bags, also have used them every single day because, you know, I've had to pump a couple times, even though like I'm exclusively breastfeeding. I do have to pump when maybe my baby and I are not in sync, and I need to be emptied, or she, you know, or my husband helps me feed, then I definitely use these. So I would recommend having this on hand if you will be breastfeeding. And then these ones, oh my goodness, the silverettes, they're like these little silver little cups that I keep in the fridge and then put on my nipple, and it will be a lifesaver those first couple of weeks. It is rough and so just uncomfortable and sore and painful, and these are amazing. So if you get anything, I highly recommend these silverettes that you can purchase on Amazon. And speaking of silverettes and breast discomfort and engorgement and mastitis and clogged ducts and all of those miserable things that happen when you first start breastfeeding, I learned this and it was magical. Cabbage. I used cabbage leaves, put them on my breasts because I was engorged and like on the verge of getting a fever, and it was just miserable, and it did wonders. So if you find yourself in the trenches and you're so uncomfortable, I promise you, buy a cabbage, clean the leaves and place them on for like 20 minutes a couple times a day, and it was the thing that helped me more than anything else. So there's a little mother hack for you. As we have like a multi-level house, I did prepare like a little diaper caddy to have on the lower level that I have wipes and diapers and butt cream, and then another one of these nose bulb things, and then also more nursing pads. It's just super nice to have a station like that. This is our diaper bag. You will need a diaper bag. Really, it doesn't have to be like specifically a fancy bag. It literally could be any backpack, but I did get this one gifted to us from our registry, and it did come with like a changing pad inside of it somewhere, which is very nice. And it has like a bunch of pockets and places where you can store stuff. So you will need a diaper bag. That will be very important. And then with both of my babies, we use swings, different swings, but we still use swings. We got this one on Marketplace for 20 bucks. And it's just really nice to have somewhere to put the baby that's not necessarily just their bassinet. I know people have recommended bouncers, like the Bajoran bouncer, but it was very expensive, and so we've been using this Mamaroo, and the baby loves it, and I love it. So it is nice to have somewhere where you can place them, whether that be a bouncer or a swing, while they're awake. And maybe sometimes they're just kind of fussy, and I feel like I would be if I was laying on my back all the time. But just being able to like be more upright and in motion, and like it's nice for me too, because then I don't have to be carrying the baby around all the time. Baby wrap will be a lifesaver for when the baby is fussy and they don't want to be like laid down, but also you have things to do, and you can just put the wrap on and put them in there, and they'll be content and they'll sleep most of the time. So it is very nice. And if you're breastfeeding, like the more you have baby on you, the more your body will stimulate that milk production. So that also helps with breastfeeding, to have baby wearing things, whether it be a baby carrier or a baby wrap. Just having that contact with the baby will definitely help your milk production a lot. So highly recommend it. And I didn't use it as much with the second baby as I have with the first baby, but I've definitely used it, and it's very, very helpful when baby wants to be held, but you have other things to do. So just having that bonding with them still, but still being able to like use your hands. Super helpful. So this is what I wanted for Christmas, and this is what I got, was a cute Polaroid camera, and it came with this book, which is adorable, and I've just been able to document a lot more with this baby, which has been super nice to just take a picture, have the marker here, and then put it in this book. So for me, I have so many pictures on my phone that I didn't print with my first one, and so with the second one, this has been like an amazing thing to do, to just capture, you know, these beautiful postpartum moments with my family. So this has been the best gift ever, and I love it. And if you want to, like, you're a mom that likes to document stuff, I highly recommend this. And I took it to the hospital as well. Mommy duties are calling. It sounds like my baby is waking up ready to eat. again. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I'm sure there's things that I have forgotten and that are also important, but those are the things that I definitely recommend having. And really, they don't need a ton. Like, we don't even have a crib yet because they're not going to use it yet. And I didn't make a nursery because she's not going to use it yet. So if you're tight on a budget or you're worried, like, don't be worried. There's really not a ton of stuff, and you can buy a lot of things used and find them on Marketplace. That's what I did, even for her clothes, because they grow so fast. So don't worry if you're a first-time mama, like, there's not a ton of stuff that you need. There's a couple things, but it's not like as overwhelming as you might think. And I hope that you know that you're doing great. Being a mom is so hard, and congratulations and good luck.